Hi, I'm Matt.
I'm Roger.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Filament Tattoo A-Side. And today we're talking about when we will say no to a tattoo and when we'll give you dumb crap that you want anyway. All right, so when people come in, they don't always come in with good ideas.
Very rarely. Really.
Like infinity symbols, not a good idea.
Please don't.
Please.
We've mentioned that in 3 videos.
Bird feathers with birds.
Stay off of Pinterest, basically.
I mean, just stay off of Pinterest.
If you Google an image and like 10 million of them pop up within like 0.4 seconds, then come up with something different.
Yeah.
All right, but people are going to come in and they're going to want stupid crap. So when are we going to say no? Because if they want an infinity symbol, we're going to try and talk them out of it, and then we're going to give it to them because that's how we pay our bills and make sure that our wives and our children are taken care of. But what are we, like, when do we say no?
Well,
go ahead.
Well, first off, we start off with the consult and stuff. We're going to try to talk you out of your bad idea, regardless of what it is.
So what's a bad idea? I mean,
infinity symbols.
Infinity symbols.
Stupid tattoos, things that everyone else has.
Things that are,
Matt walked away.
A bad idea is something that...
Oh, here it comes.
Something that's trendy. And trendy is fine. Like, we want tattoos to be trendy because we want all of you to come in. We want you to get tattooed. But, you know, if you're looking for something meaningful, that's not it. Pinterest is not it. You know, that's not the way to go for... Like in our other video, I said, you know, the more you get something, the less meaning it has. So we're going to try to talk you out of stuff that's...
And I often tell people, don't, just when you're looking for images, for tattoos, or for something, just a reference even, never Google the word tattoo. Because all you're going to find is a bunch of really bad ones that people have done, or decent ones, and then you're going to be like, I want this exact tattoo. And we're not going to do that. We're not going to tattoo something on you that's already a tattoo on someone else.
And that's purely out of respect for other artists. You know, other artists sit down and they draw and they work on custom artwork for people. And, you know, they commission that artist to do a unique piece of work for them. And that's why we're gonna say no if you might bring in a really nice tattoo. It's like, but we're not gonna do that because that was commissioned by somebody else. Someone already owns that piece of work. So we're, you know, generally no to trendy bits, commissioned work. If it can't be tattooed, they're you know, not everything can be a tattoo.
Right.
Not everything will make a good tattoo, even if it's possible.
MC Escher pictures. I remember back in the 90s, like tons of people wanted to get tattooed with MC Escher pictures, and I'm like, that's great, but you got to do that the entire size of your back.
Yeah, it's got to be a decent size. You know, things that aren't going to age well, and I mean we can discuss that in another video. But we're gonna say no to things that aren't going to age well that shouldn't be tattooed.
And if you're a minor, that changes it a lot because we are legally allowed to tattoo minors, but we're not just going to do whatever. You know, if you come in and you're a minor and you want tattoos on your forearms or the back of your hands or the side of your neck, I mean that's a pretty hard no for us. Just because I don't want to be the guy who ruins your life. We call those job stoppers for a reason. Yeah,
and that's one thing. I mean, if you're under the age of 18, you know, here in Indiana, the legal age is 16. So if you're between 16 and 18 years old, we are going to be very specific about what we tattoo on you. If you come in and you want something, you might want a memorial for your dad or something on your neck. We're not going to do it on your neck because that's going to make the rest of your life very difficult.
Do you want fries with that? Like, if you go and get that tattoo, like that's the question you need to ask in your mind.
You're not even going to be the do you want fries with that. You're going to be in the back cleaning the toilet because they don't want anyone to see you.
Right. So, and we've had that. Like we had a girl come in once. She had just turned 16. Both parents came with her. So we have all the legal requirements. She had all the documentation she needed, and she wanted her hand tattooed. And her parents were excited about it, and we turned her down, and they got pissed.
They were mad.
And I'm like, I don't care. Like it's not going to happen.
So, you know, and that's something, you know...
And you'll always find some place that will do it.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, like, if you're over the age of 18, you are considered an adult, or a young adult, I guess. Me personally, I feel like if it was up to me, I wouldn't tattoo anyone under the age of 25 because y'all kids don't know what the hell you want.
Prefrontal cortex, not finished developing.
I was there. I've been, 18, 19. I started getting tattooed when I was 20 years old, and it just, a lot of stuff I'm getting lasered off. I'm getting removed. So it's very particular about what we do at a young age. If you come in and want your hands tattooed and you're 19 years old, I'm going to sit you down and go, here's the ramifications of your decision. Am I still going to do it? Yeah, because I got kitties to feed. So I'm going to get those kitties fed, and, because there are things like laser, and there are things like makeup. And if you want to put makeup on 5 days a week to cover your neck tattoo, that's on you.
Right. And it's not just that. Like, I have a cousin who got a little tattoo. She got, it was a cross or an ichthus on her ankle. And this was like 20 years ago. And then she went into big banking, and she had to wear a Band-Aid on her ankle every day to work for like 20 years. So, there's wisdom that has to come into getting a tattoo.
Yeah. And that's a perfect example of someone. It's like, if you want that tattoo and you are totally okay doing stuff like that, wearing Band-Aids, and piercings are the same way. If you get a piercing in your face, you work for a bank, they're going to make you wear a Band-Aid. And it's like, you're going to look ridiculous. But if you want that piercing bad enough, you want that tattoo bad enough, and you love it and you want it, and you're willing to make the sacrifices for that, then have at it. But we're not going to do it if you're under 18.
Right.
So no minors on that.
What are some other areas that we're going to say no to a tattoo? Like, what if somebody comes in and they want something that is clearly gang related, clearly racist? Everybody's got different opinions. Yeah. Every shop has different opinions.
Gang related is a good one because legally the federal government says no.
Yeah.
Like we as professionals, as licensed professionals, cannot legally tattoo your gang signs. Like, we can be put in jail, we can be fined for that. So that's a good one.
Yeah. And me personally, if you come in and you want a swastika on the side of your neck, I'm not going to do it. If you want stuff like that, I'm not going to do it. Not because I'm against any of that. You do what you want. But at the same time, if you have a big swastika on the side of your neck and you say, Roger Price did this, you're going to be walking around telling everybody I did it. I don't want those kind of people in my life.
Right.
And part of me is like, you know what? I'll do it. You can bring all your people that hate other people in all day long, but I'm going to probably charge you double, if not triple for it, because I'm going to have to deal with the ramifications of that, and you're going to pay me for those ramifications.
And I'm going to bring in my black kids, which I have 3 of, and we're just going to stand there and talk to you the whole time that you're getting your giant racist tattoo done after we've taken your money beforehand. So,
and don't be surprised if you get a letter in the mail of thanks and appreciation for your large contribution to unity and peace and all lives matter kind of situation. So, because I will donate your entire tattoo to that and put it in your name.
That's so good.
I love it. That's I hadn't thought about that, but it's totally worth doing.
So
bring your racist stuff this way, and we'll gladly tattoo you and then donate things in your name.
I like that.
Send people knocking to your door with Watchtower magazines and whatnot.
That'd be great.
Because we will have your address.
We will.
Okay. Other reasons that you could think of that we would say no.
When it comes to the racist thing, or hate, images of hate, I'm going to say racism specifically, even though I just did, but images of hate, stuff like that, some artists will refuse to do it. Some artists kind of try to do higher level concepts of there's a difference between like hate and darkness, we don't have a problem with darkness. Images of hate, we might say no.
But that's case by case.
Yeah, and it's something that is quality of images. If you bring in a reference that's not good and you're like, I want this exactly, then there's a good chance we're going to say no because it just won't make for a good tattoo. It won't age well. It won't look good.
Like I often tell people, regardless of what you get tattooed, you may as well just have like our name and address and phone number tattooed on you, because that's what you're going to be telling people. And if it's not good quality art, if it's not a good quality image, that's our reputation's on the line. Right. So we'll gladly turn you away.
Now, what if somebody comes in and their kid drew a picture with crayon and they want that tattooed on them.
Those are cool.
Yeah,
Those
I
are
love-
super fun.
I love those
Yeah,
tattoos.
and if you do it right and you do it in the style, make it look like trans, people
Right.
know what's going on.
Right.
I'm perfectly okay.
I
with that.
absolutely love those tattoos. Those
Yeah.
are, so there are times that we'll say yes to what we would otherwise say, no, that's not going to make a good tattoo. Sometimes the story supersedes the image.
It's worth it.
So when are we going to say yes to something that perhaps we initially think is stupid?
I mean, if you're of age and it's what you want, if we can't talk you out of it in a few minutes, you're probably going to end up with it. So we may as well just take your money.
We'll tell you the blueberry muffin story.
And then if you still don't care, you'll get your infinity symbol.
Yeah, because I mean we're
timeline.
going to work really hard to get you into a good piece of artwork,
Yes.
because that's when we're not tattooing, we're drawing. You know, we're painting, we're making Wookiee costumes. There's something artistic constantly that we're doing for artistic purposes, for references, whatever. And if we can't get you into something that is artistically pleasing, that's going to complement your body and accent what's already beautiful, if you want that junk that everybody else has, we'll do it because we got kitties that need to be fed. So.
At a certain point, you have to kind of give up your artistic integrity and treat it like a job at times.
Right.
Sometimes you got to do things you don't want to do in every job, and doing your infinity symbol or your feather with your birds.
Or filming YouTube videos.
Or filming YouTube videos. Yeah! Woo! So, that's...
Or crosses on your wrist.
We'll do it. I mean, if you're just really dead set on getting something that is questionable, we'll do things to a point. We'll say yes to a point. If it's just something that is absolutely horrific, that is not going to age well, that is not going to look good in 6 to 12 to 24 months, we're probably just going to say it's better to say no. It's in our best interest to say no. You don't want to go to McDonald's and get a moldy cheeseburger. It's like they want your money. They want to take your money, but at the same time, you don't want to put out crap. So it's like, we all want to take your money, we all want to do your tattoo, no matter what it is, but we're also not going to put out garbage either. So
Right. So we could probably talk about this all day on all the exceptions and the things that we could think of, but there's lots of times that we're going to say no to stupid ideas, and there's a lot of times that we're going to say yes to stupid ideas. So best option, don't come up with stupid ideas.
And if you do have a horrible tattoo and you really want it, if you have a terrible idea, I mean, just god awful horrible, and you're like, I want this, and we're like, that's not good, it's for these reasons, we suggest that blah, 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 you might convince us by paying us more.
It's true.
So if we're like, hey, I could get you into a nicer tattoo for $150 to $300, and we can get you a really nice tattoo, and you're just like, no, I want this piece of crap. You can be like, I will pay you $300 to do this piece of crap.
Yep.
We just might.
It's a good chance.
I mean, you can always pay me.
Everything has a price.
I mean, you can always pay me $500 for your crappy little tattoo, and I'll do it. Because if someone comes in and goes, "You did a piece of crap," be like, "Yeah, but then you paid me $500 to do it." So no one's going to argue with that.
No, they're not. So, well, there you have it, folks. Sometimes we'll say no, sometimes we'll say yes, but our intention is always to have you walk out the doors of our shop with the best possible artwork that you can have. So,
best thing to do, bring us a list. We will let us do what we do. Let us do our awesomeness, and we will always say yes. And we'll probably give you a discount on it too.
You let us do cool stuff, you tend to get a discount.
fair enough. All right, well, this has been Matt.
I'm Roger.
I'm Adam.
And this was Filament A-Side. We'll see you next week. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Bye.